Hi, I'm Carrie from Simple Bird Studio. The last time we met, I showed you how I wash a block when I'm finished stitching it and all the reasons why I do that. So now our block is completely dry, so I'm going to show you what my next step is. I do iron it before I trim it down, but I flip it over onto my thick towel and I iron it from behind. The reason I use a thick towel is so that it doesn't flatten the applique all out. I don't use steam, I just use a cotton setting. Okay, so now it's all nice and flat. When I cut my background pieces for my applique blocks, I cut them a good 3 or 4 inches bigger than the finished size so that I can trim it down to the correct size once it's at this stage. So what I do is I put my paper pattern on my cutting mat. I take the block and I lay it out on the pattern and I match up all of the stems, all of the circles, make sure I'm not going to cut anything off. And I take a few pins and I put them right in the corners. Oh, there we go. Okay, now what I do is I look at my pattern and I decide how I'm going to do this. Now the finished line is marked on the pattern. And there is no seam allowance line, there's no seam allowance line on the pattern. So I am going to line up my ruler and I'm going to use my Clover water soluble marker and I'm going to put my 1/4 inch line on the finished size so that I'm actually marking 1/4 of an inch away from that finished line. So I just line up the 1/4 inch line on that finished line. So now where I have marked is my cutting line and it is 1/2 inch bigger all the way around. Okay, so now we have marked 1/4 inch away from the finished line all the way around, which makes it 1/2 inch bigger than the finished size. The blue line that I have marked is the line that I am going to cut on. So I'm going to take the pins out and remove the pattern. Lay it flat on the cutting mat. And now I'm just going to cut on the line. Oops. I need a new blade. Right on the line. And there we go. There is our finished block.